called variable investigation. ماشي. So we're going to learn exactly how variable works. Let's go over some big titles. So first we will see how the variables are stored and how we can modify them. Second, we will see how we can concatenate the variables, which mean adding variables together. We will do some practices, ماشي? Okay, so, and most likely next week we will be having our first quiz on technology. So starting here. So if I run this application, I have two buttons, the up arrows and the down arrows. What do you think is happening here?
في عنا input الbuttons.
Okay. Let's see it in code. What do we have? So this is the code, okay? So let's see, before I run this application, what do I have? So I have var temp, which is the temperature equal to 70. So this is, we call the default temperature. So this is it, the default one. Then we have tempf, another variable called tempf to display the F word, the F letter. So as the beginning, it's an empty string. Okay, so this is the default. First, we have default temperature. Second, we have an empty string identified at the beginning. ماشي? Clarified or identified at the beginning. Now I have two buttons, which mean two events. Okay. So if I click on the upper button, what will happen? And if I click so down button first, and then I have the up button. Okay, so let's see here. So what's going on? Temp equal temp minus 1. This is how we concatenate variables, which mean adding variables together. So temp f equal temp plus f, including space. نحن قلنا السبيس last time is a normal string, is a normal letter. إذا بدنا نحط if we want to add the space, we need to actually write the space, and then here we're only displaying the message. So set text. This is where we want to set the text, and this is what we want to include in the text. ماشي? So this is the variable is being displayed here. So questions.
لا أستاذ it's clear.
It's clear. خلينا نشوف إذا. So let me remove this, all of it. Let's see if you guys can do it by yourself. So now I need to add for the up button. So up button. Now I need to modify the up button to increase the temperature by 1, not decrease it. We'll then display all the messages. What should I do first?
Increase the temperature.
How؟
الكود بنجيب ال variable
اللي هو شو
Temperature
اسمه؟
temp
اسمه temp. Okay, so I write temp equal what?
temp plus 1.
100%. So this is how I increase. Okay, so I put here, I choose the, okay, نحن عنا هون. So what was the name of the variable? Temp equal temp plus 1, correct?
Yes.
Now what do I need to do next?
حط temp f
في variable temp f.
Nine.
Temp f, what do I need to do with temp
temp
f?
minus
Temp
f
plus f.
So this is a string. نحن قلنا a string you use it to display messages mostly. يعني
Yes.
هون the result should be string also. ماشي?
Yes.
So I write here temp plus what?
plus f
Plus
F.
f.
How I can write f?
string
Quotations.
يعني between double quotation, okay? So this is f. I need to add space here لحتى يضل في space between them, okay? Good. So this is the second. So this is basically same as this. Now how to display the message on the screen?
Set text.
set text
Set text. So I need set text. Where do I need to set the text?
temperature text
Temperature text. To what here?
Temp f.
temp f
Temp F. يعني I delete all of this. As you can see في شغلة كتير مهمة هلا we need to temp F. So I wrote temp F without double quotation. What do we mean by double quotation or without double quotation?
double quotation is a string
Without
temp F
double
It's a
quotation?
number. It's a number.
No, Haida, it's not a number. What is this?
variable
It's a variable. Okay, so here what is going to display? Is it going to display a temp F?
no
What's going to display?
the temperature
A number.
Temperature will F
Temperature
next to it.
plus f.
Okay, so it's going to display the value inside the variable. Okay,
yes
if I write this, what's going to happen? Let's say, so I wrote temp F between double quotation. What's going to happen?
it's going to display temp f
It's going to display temp F. So this is an error. What do we call this error? Do you remember?
debugging no
No, we do actually. So in debugging, this is not going to display any error. So if I click run now, if I click on the up button, you see there is no error in the screen. The application is working, but the error is being here. What we call this error?
input error
We call this error a logical error. ماشي? So the application will actually work
okay.
normally, but the display, the messages are working. So now it's working properly. Okay.
yes
So the only way, guys, so let's put sound here.
استاذ يعني بهذا السمستر بدنا نعمل هيك شيء اب
بدكم تعملوه بقى no there's no few practices are on it. هلا this lesson also is practice for variables. Later on you will start learning much more about variables, how to implement all of these by yourself. Okay, so
لأنه
let's
بآخر السمستر
not
نكون
an
عاملين
actual application
application.
for it. No, you're not going to build your own application. You will only be learning about variables, how to modify variables and this stuff. So variable practice, you will practice on variables, then you will learn how to make your own variables, okay? So far, so good?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes.
Let's check here. I want to show you one thing. So let's check now here. So now I have, what do I have as a default variable?
Temp for 70.
Again, Fatima. What are the default variables here?
70 and 21.
temp F and temp C.
Okay, exactly. So this is what I want you to say. Okay. So the default variables, مش بس so temp F, temp C, temp display F, and temp display C. So these are the default, or these are the variables that I have on the top. Okay. So inside each one of them, I have different value. Okay. So in temp F, I have 70. In temp C, now we're going to discuss this. Then I have to display each one of them. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about math.round. What do you know about rounding? In normal math.
Is the number it's closer to the 10. We put it automatically 10.
Round number, yeah.
We're talking about decimals here.
So 9.8 بتصير 10.
So if the decimal number is 5 and above, we'll be taking the higher number. Okay, so let's say if it's 9.5, this will be equal to what?
10.
10. Let's say 9.4, this will be equal to what?
9.
9. You see, this is what rounding do. Okay, we do have function for it in programming in all languages. Some languages only take the lower number, some functions take only the higher. It depends what we need to do. But in this one, it will make a choice, either it takes the higher or the lower. It depends on the decimal number. ماشي? So if math.round,
Yes.
if the decimal number is 5, so let's say here, if the decimal number is 5, so 5 here, equal, this mean will what? Will take the upper number. If it is less than 5, then it will take the lower number. Okay? Do you have calculator calculator near to you, next to you? Try to do this. Let's say, let's check this one, this function. So we have temp F. What is the default number of temp F?
70.
70 minus 32 times
5 over 9.
Okay, so let's do normal calculation. So 70 over minus 32 will be equal to 38 times
52.222.
times 5/9 will be equals to 0.55. Okay, so what the answer will be here? It will be 20.9. Okay, so what will happen if I round 20.9?
21. 21.
So let's write this
Oh,
round.
21. Yeah.
It will be equal to 21. Okay, so this is the answer that I have here as a default value. Okay,
Yes.
you see, this is why programming is great. It helps you a lot in functions. Okay, so let's check here. Every time I increase or decrease the temperature, I am repeating the same function again. Then I'm repeating the display. Okay, what will happen if I don't put them display F equal to the message again?
Can you repeat the question? So,
Will not display.
Actually, it will, but what would it will display? So because I have set this set text here and set text here. Okay, what will happen if I remove this?
The F will go away.
No, it won't go away, but something different will happen.
It will display 10 displays without numbers.
It will, no, not correct. So let's say if I remove these two, what will happen?
must be about 7 to 21.
Exactly, the numbers will remain the same, okay? Because I already have them stored here as old numbers. Correct or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is why I need to reassign. This is what we call reassign variables, okay? Which means identify the values inside variables, okay? So we reassign the value of the variables here, and then we display the new text. Okay, so this is what will exactly happen here. So let's say up, so 71, 22, 72, the 22 remains 22. Do you know why it remained 22? You can do normal.
كان display.
Okay, بتكون المات dot round has a lower decimal number. Okay, you see? All good?
Yes.
And I want you to understand this side. Okay? Are these clear?
Yes.
Let's see this. So this is what an actual programming look like. So this is a JavaScript language, okay? And this is how it looks like in real life, okay? So this is a real programming, okay? So first we have var tmpf equals 70. Then we have the math.round equal, so this is how we do. So this is the string, look how it is displayed. So first we get the variable without double quotation, and we're adding another string to it next to it. Okay, so this is the function on event. It has 3 parameters, down, the buttons, sorry, the ID of the button, the function that it need to implement, and then another function in it, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to see much more about this. So what do you think here we have? So if I run the application, let's write any name, let's say Hassan, for example, and press login. So what happened here?
Log into the application.
And displayed hi Hassan.
Exactly. You see, we had hi Hassan here. So the variable of this box is being stored in a variable, then it is being displayed here. Okay. Let's see it in coding how it will be displayed. But before, I'm going to check the attendance, double check on the attendance. Our code here. So what is going on here? What are the default variables here?
When?
temp
Or what are the variables that we have in this application? I share the screen. Do you see? Can you see it?
temp F, temp C,
Temp display C, my name.
Okay,
yeah.
so as we can see, all variables has default values, but my name does not have a value, correct or no?
Yes.
So what's going on here? So let's go down. So down button and up button, you all guys understand. Let's check this. We have a new event called login button. Okay. So this is my name variable, how it's being identified or how the value of my name is being reassigned. So what's going on here? When I press login, what is going on?
It will display hi and the name plus an exclamation mark.
Okay, so this is basically it. But where it's going to display, this is the question.
On the
On the
top of the
second
app.
side.
So read here, okay? So the variable will include this information, okay? Now I am going to set the text of username to this variable inside and I'm going to switch screen to home screen, okay?
Yes.
So in order to make this easier, I can switch these two. I can make this set screen first, then display the username here. So let's try here. So Ray House, you see this is Ray House. Okay, so it is taking me to the home screen where I can double play with the temperature. Then, so if I click home button now, it will take me back to the home button. Okay, how can I identify this values?
Is this your kind of question?
How can I identify these variables? This
Which one?
hiding this. Let's say I want to remove the exclamation mark.
Yes, it doesn't display an exclamation mark.
Okay, so this is easy لأنه هي أصلا ما كانت موجودة. I added it. So here I just remove it and it will work perfectly. Okay, but you guys will be actually having you will have it without the exclamation mark, which means you will be guys adding the exclamation mark. Let's do this. So this is how you need to do it. You need to switch to show text. Okay, so you do it from here. So here we have show block and here we have show text. Okay, so the text is a little bit similar to blocks, but we don't have drag and drop. You will have to write manually what you need to add. Okay, So this is the original one. I'm going to show it to you again. So this is show block. So this is how your application will look. So when you log into code.org, that's what you will be seeing. Okay. Now here I need to add an exclamation mark. How I can do it? How can I do it?
نشيل البلوكس ونروح نحطها.
We have to
No, we
change
cannot.
into
It will make things complicated. We need to switch to show text. Okay.
yes.
هيك
So
قصدي.
show text. So this is the line that I'm working on. Okay. Now I need to add what?
An
Exclamation mark.
exclamation mark.
How do I add it?
Between
Plus.
parentheses.
Plus.
Double quotation.
First I add the plus,
Okay,
then I
yes.
put exclamation mark between double quotation. Okay.
Yes.
So this is exactly how we do it. Okay. So get text. Just 1 second. Let's say my name equal get. So if you guys, this is something called suggestion function suggestion. If you write any letter, so let's remove all of this, all the 2 lines. So let's start it from 0. My name will be equal. So I need to insert in it new values. Okay. So let's say hello. So if I add the double quotation and write anything, it will write them as they are. Okay. So this is hello plus. Now I need to add the function. What this function is called? Get text, correct or no?
Yes.
So I write G-E-T text. You see now I have, let's G-E-T. So now I have a list here of suggested functions that I can choose from them. Okay, you can either go down here and check if there is something called get text. It should be here somewhere, or you can keep on writing until you find it. Okay, so now you double click on it and this is the get text. Okay, now between double quotation, هلا ما بعرف what is the ID of this text, so let's check here. So name input the ID of this text. Okay, so I can write between double quotation name input now plus exclamation mark. Okay, and by the end of each line I need to add a semicolon. Okay.
Yes.
So let's write this. So it is working perfectly. Do you have any question?
No.
No.
Okay, guys. For next week, I'm going to put on the application now. You will have to do lesson 2. Okay. So in lesson 2, there are some things that you need to update or identify.